Hello, ranch hands. How are we doing today? I am joined by girl boss, parentheses affectionate, is Malin tries. How you doing today, Malin? What's cooking?
I'm doing good. I've just had a lot of praise at work, and I am no one except a people pleaser. So obviously, when I get
Wow.
praised, it gives me life.
That's
Uh,
me, and it's the worst thing is that works on me too, but I know that I'm being praised because they're manipulating me, but I still get happy like, "Oh, you're just saying this to be nice." Like not nice, but like you're saying this because you want me to continue doing the thing I'm doing. Like
yes,
I know this
and
and
in
it
the
still
back of
brings
my
me
head,
joy.
there's like, where's my raise though? Where's more money though? Where's the bonus? Where's the
Yeah. I got that recently where someone was like, "Yeah, so and so said you were doing a great job. So good job, keep going." And like I know that's just buttering me up
and you're
for
like,
doing
for
this
what?
job
Keep
that
going for
nobody
what?
else wants to do, but I still
Yeah.
like made me feel like, "Oh, I'm doing the job."
Yes, and to
So,
be fair, the reason I'm okay with this praise is because it's a lot on animation, and that's currently my vibe. Is I'm loving doing all the animation jobs, so I want to continue
oh,
being able to do that. In the last 2 weeks, because no one in my company knows anything about animation, I get to be left alone a lot more, and
oh,
that's the
love.
dream. It's exactly what I want. That's how I wish work was all the time, basically. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Love that for you. Love that for you. Love that for you. What will you be working on today?
Okay, so you're gonna love this. I have put together a little Amazon wish list because I want to do a full new desk setup because I've been wanting a new monitor for a while because my monitor is trash because it's one from work and it's so bad, especially for designing. I was just like, this is the worst. It's 1080p. I need a 4K monitor, obviously, designing. Um,
Obviously.
obviously. And so I want to like buy like a whole, new desk stand, like riser in a nice dark
Mhm.
wood and a little desk pad and little cable management stuff and everything. So I've put together an Amazon wish list and my birthday's coming up. And so I know I'm going to be able to buy it soon. However,
January, nope, February
February,
2nd.
yes,
Yes.
yes. However, I am not letting myself buy anything until I have decluttered my desk as it currently is.
Ah, that
So
warms my heart.
I'm going to be doing decluttering today. And I
Someone
think
tell Wallace.
basically, yeah, I need to, because I have a lot of drawers and I never open some of them. So clearly, I don't need the shit that's in there. So
Clearly.
it's going to be a decluttering day. And once that's done, I'll feel good enough to be like, yes, I'm allowing myself to buy the items. So yeah.
But don't you want to wait till after your birthday?
So I might wait. I don't know yet for some of the items, and I might buy some. But I just have the wish, like the basket is ready essentially. But
Oh, that's what you mean by a wish list. Gotcha.
yeah, as in like it's in my basket, but I haven't bought it yet, and I might move some stuff to save for later, and I might buy some items already. I don't know yet. I also want to chat tomorrow at work with the person who's like in charge of all the like monitors and computers and everything, just to know if there is a budget and if I could get some money for like budget for working from home, or if it's really
Love.
my. So I just want to like have some stuff clarified first. But in the meantime, my main goal is like I want to have like a clear desk space before I get anything new in it. And I do have my mechanical keyboard coming in probably in a week's time.
I never
So
got that link, Anna.
what? She didn't send you the link,
No,
Anna?
even though she said twice. Well, maybe I ignored, but like, where would she send it if not Instagram or Discord?
I would have assumed Discord.
Yeah, but no, I didn't. So
Uh-oh.
there's that, Anna. Anyway, thank you so much for sharing. Very happy to hear that you're making progress. Sad there'll be no lines today because I love it when you deliver lines. You eat it up every time. I will be working on my cowboy book. I am on to scene 6 and 7. That's what I hope getting through today. I had an idea for an improvement on scene 5, which I had previously mentally cataloged as completed in this revision. But I'm gonna go back and just change something because I'm changing up just a teeny bit, like a drip,
Not a
like
a small thing.
not a huge. I like I'm changing one thing to be another thing, so it's just like search and replace situation. So
Okay.
that's going to be the first sprint, the search and replace, and then I gonna get cracking on scene 6 and 7, which the revisions I'm doing there are more like deleting things, because I do a lot of the things where I'll info dump something to myself and not the reader,
Yeah.
but things that I didn't know. Or like,
Yeah.
oh, let me just write it here so I don't forget. Like, oh yeah, this is where we used to blah blah blah. And then I deleted one scene yesterday, which felt weird, but I was like, oh my god, do I just delete it? But it was essentially just
Crazy.
telling myself a side character's backstory, and it didn't do anything for the overall plot. In fact, it was just mirroring another scene in like it was happening between the same characters in the same location at
Mm.
the day, but like at different ends of the the act, and
I hate when I do that.
it wasn't like a mirror. It didn't have any narrative purpose except for telling Cassidy, my main character, slash the reader about this backstory. But I'm like, there's got to be a better way to doing this.
I
So I just
feel like
looked it up.
you deleting a scene is your character growth. You are having a character growth moment by being like, yeah, full on deleting the scene.
I did put it in a graveyard document, so that's
Yeah, but that's
fair.
okay. That's
Yeah, yeah.
allowed. That's what you should
But I'm
do.
like, this does nothing. Why are you here? Like, I know that I needed to tell myself this when I wrote this draft, but like this does not. This could have been an email, so I just plucked it out. And I have essentially found a couple of paragraphs, not whole scenes, but a couple of paragraphs in scene 6 and 7 that I can just mark and backspace or
Yeet.
mark and copy into my graveyard document, because it serves no narrative purpose except for exposition. And there's got to be a better way I'm figuring out.
And what's your total scenes for this act again that you wanted to get to by the end of the month?
Oh, there's a prologue and then 10 scenes, but now there's a prologue and 9 scenes. So 9 scenes is the act. The prologue I'm not touching until like I'm done with the whole novel, I think, because
Yeah.
then I have a
Yeah.
better grasp of like setting up everything that
But
I
you're
did.
pretty far in, so you've done quite a few out of these.
I have a document here somewhere, a progress tracker. Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left.
Nice.
So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's how math works. 5 - 4 or 5 + 4 is 9. Yeah, I'm 9 scenes in this act, and I feel it feels so short, but I'm trying to write like an action adventure, you know,
We've
Weird West
chatted
narrative.
about this as well before because of me writing sci-fi and being like, is it normal that my this act is shorter than this act and everything? And we were both like, if it's action, it makes sense. This is how
It
it should
makes
be.
sense because you don't want to drop, but then also I want to make sure that I have every emotional beat, because without the
Yeah.
emotion, the action means nothing, yada, yada, yada. But my philosophy is that I'm not deleting anything, I'm putting it into a graveyard document.
Yeah.
And if I remove stuff, it's easier for my editor to be like, oh, there should be a scene here where this happens. So I can just put it in and not be worried like, oh shit, I'm going to hit 100K.
And I feel like the pacing of an actiony type of book is more about how you feel when you actually read it. It's not all about the mathematics of this should be at this many percent and this should be like
Yeah, but
it
I'm
shouldn't
still
be
like
as rigid.
roughly hitting the ballparks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, if Act 1 is 9 scenes, let me see how many I've outlined for Act 2. So Act 2 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 scenes. So 12 scenes for an Act 2, including the midpoint. So
Okay.
basically one B plot, 10 fun and games, and then one midpoint. That's Act 2, those 12 scenes. And I feel like I have a mystery. Like, there needs to be some scenes in Act
Yeah.
2. So I feel
No,
like
this makes
12
sense.
scenes for Act 2, which does a lot. I feel
And
like
you
that is.
haven't touched Act 2 yet anyway, so you
I
might
haven't
end up
written it, so
yeah,
when
yeah.
I once I go through and edit it, I might realize that, oh, I actually need more scenes, or like this was perfect amount of scenes. And I would rather have too little than too much, because I think it's easier for me to add scenes than to pluck away something. Not that
Mhm.
that ever been my problem, because I don't seem to drag on. I meander, but I never drag on. So anyway, that's what I'm doing, and that's what you're doing. Let's see what our friends are doing. That category writing is here. So excited. Tell me what you're working on, Kat, if you're so inclined. Kagehime is here. Guten Tag. I think you're German, question mark. If not, then just hello. Eva is here. Howdy, howdy. Leah is here. Hello, hello. I finished my draft 3 today. I'm so excited. I love this for you. What
Amazing.
was the biggest change from draft 2 to 3, Leah? Call it. Speak of the devil, Anna Robbins is here. Hello, hello. Oh, shit, I'll send it on the sprint. You better work. Rings is here, distracted by storm prep, but trying to get some writing done between. Glad to have this stream as an excuse to keep writing a bit more. Happy to provide for the people. We are nothing if not providers. As we said, people pleasers. Um, though we're both working on. Well, I'm working on it. I shan't speak for you, Malin, but
Eh,
Wendy is here. eh. Hello, hello. Um, CB Ferens, hello. All settled into new house. Had to wake up early today for workers coming to fix the AC. Ugh, I hate having workers. I had
mm,
one a couple of Monday because they. I bought a couch when I moved into this apartment, which was like too soon to be 3 years ago. So I bought a new couch, and the warranty still is in action. And I don't know what it's with the cushions, but the seating cushions are fixated, so they're not the type that slide out. So I think one of them must have collapsed because it just like bleh, it just got really like sloppy. So the store literally ordered an entire new seating thing to put on top
oh,
of the couch. So they came on Monday and like had to undo the top seat, put back the new seat, and I got all new pillows too, so that was beautiful. But I'm just like, what do I do while you're here? Because I can't just stand and stare at you. And I have like 400 square feet apartment, so like, where do I go? Ended up
yeah,
locking myself in my room and just being on my computer and be like, let me know if you need anything. And it was just, I hated it. I was like, can I
yeah.
leave? But then that's weird too, because then they're just
It's
strangers in my apartment.
Yeah, and I wouldn't feel comfortable, but also it's just like if you don't have much like space to go to, I don't know, it's just so awkward. It's just
I
cringe.
mean, they were like in and out in like 20 minutes, so it wasn't too
Yeah,
bad. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But I'm happy you got your AC fixed. You need that, CB, I think, wherever state you live
important.
in now. Jod approves Leia. Jod surely does. And Kagehime was German, so, or am German. Leah says, I added a lot of scenes in Act 1, and also my protagonist did take part in the death of someone.
And that was
Really?
new between Act 2 and Act 3. What do you mean by
Dang.
take part
When you
in?
say a lot of scenes, what did you, just not me picking your brains live on main, you don't have to divulge if you don't want to, but what sort of scenes were you putting back in? What was lacking from Act 2? No, from your draft 2 to 3. Curious. The cat says, I'm working on my big girl job, and on break, I'm typing my edits into my computer for Project Green. I too have made major cuts and seen growth of my own character because of it. People can do hard things, and so can you and me, cat. And that is
I'm proud
that
of
is
you.
beautiful. Yeah, that is beautiful. Okay, can I bother you to run the sprints today too? Because my
Oh,
computer, as we all know, is on death's
yes, but
door.
you do have to give me a second because I was not prepared and I need
Yeah, that's on me. You can take all the seconds you want, Malin. I'm just like,
just
if I try and run a sprint, I am afraid she will collapse.
all my
So
timers.
that's on
Two of
me.
my timers. Okay, I'll get us the snow crunchy
Oh,
one
beautiful.
first.
Leia says my character lacked agency. He was more passive than active, so I try to correct that. Oh, and you found it difficult to correct in the scenes you currently have, so that you added new scenes? Because that's something that happens with my character too. At least in the first couple of chapters, I noted that a lot of things were just happening to him as opposed to he was doing things. So I went back and I made him actively choose to do these things. So, it was the same scene basically, but a different context.
Interesting. I
Um,
like a lot of this discussion around the character stuff because I feel like that's something that I was struggling to get in my first like books, especially. So when I see The Art of Summoning Demons, for instance, relied a lot on the changes I made to the character of Olive in the last draft. But in comparison, how I write characters now, I much prefer, and I feel like I have a much better understanding of their own ghost and agency and all of that than
I
before.
think it's also specifically for the story that you and I like for aliens and cowboys.
Mm.
I think it's a lot easier because our characters is presented with a job like, hey, will you do this thing? So
Yes.
they can be like, yes, no, and that's sort of an agency in
However,
itself.
what I
Okay.
liked about doing that with Themis is that she is not presented with a job. She goes in and goes like, "I'm gonna be your fucking captain."
I
So
love that.
She's like, "I'm not letting you go back there without me." So, I like that
Okay, I
she
love
has
that.
more again, she's more active rather than passive, like someone is asking her to come back to this, and that was one of the big things about her.
Yeah. Well, I love that. That's not what my so maybe my character just, doesn't have the same agency. I don't know. This is all, later
He's
down
got
the line
agency
for me.
elsewhere though, as he does the job, so
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I needed some B plot as well, so that's why the added scenes. Okay, I love that.
nice.
Okay, let's crack up some snow timers here. What time slots are we feeling? Because you're doing decluttering.
I think
Do you
same
want
as
to do
last
like
time you were doing 40 minutes each, that
40
was good.
minutes? That works.
Yeah,
Beautiful. That works for me too.
nice.
We're gonna start with 40 minutes then, and then we're gonna come back and tell people what we did. And if you want to share a line from whatever you were working on, I'd be more than happy to hear it
I
and read it.
will I will share with you whatever item I'm most surprised of throwing away.
I love that, like a little decluttering haul.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I mean, I'm gonna take a trash bag, so I'm not gonna take everything out of the trash bag after, but I'll be like, "This item I'm getting rid of."
Just quick here, Wendy. He has the agency to say no, but I don't think he has the morality to. So
Interesting.
it's like kind of, oh, you have a choice, but your choice is actually no choice situation. It's the illusion of choice, which I guess is also a lack of agency, but that's just why we don't have to get into this. Let's just roll a sprint. So sorry.
Let's get the crunch. Delicious.
Delicious was the appropriate verb. crunchy boots, and also no, not some new crunchy guests, some new very fresh guests. Bellissimo and Kitty and Sturgles. How are we doing this
Hello.
fine Thursday? I had to laugh because it said when you logged in, Kitty and Struggles to get into the StreamYard or whatever. I was like, wait, she's here. What's the problem? But I see now.
She's struggling.
She's struggling.
How are you today, Walizimo? Were you vlogging?
Well, was I vlogging?
You were talking during the sprint.
No, I was rereading my. So no lip readers, go back and read. I was reading my pages out loud to make little adjustments within the language.
You
So
give
it was
us
just
much
like,
credit. I don't think we're any
Blah
of
blah
us.
blah. Backstory
enough.
stuff.
Yeah.
Proper nouns. Love that. And Kitty and Struggles, what are you struggling with today?
I am struggling with the messy middle of this book, book 2, as it were. So yeah, we're really just focusing on putting one word in front of the other and getting this silly, stupid chapter done
Do
because I've been
the charter
working on it
slide.
for 4 days. Yeah, take it back now, y'all.
How are you
hop
feeling
down.
about it?
It's just like the words are not wording in this chapter, which is really annoying because I can get to like a chapter that not a lot changes right after this. So I'm just like, I know there's going to be a flow coming
Yeah.
soon, but there's no
A
flow
creative
currently.
flow, if you will.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, that's me.
Well, Godspeed to you. How did you do, Malin?
I did well. I have a mess next to me, but
Do we get a little declutter haul?
I will give you a couple of items. So this is so stupid. I can't believe I kept this. This is the fake iPhone I was sent after ordering a Google Pixel phone. And it was so obviously fake. It doesn't even turn on. And you can see that the bars are like painted on instead of so fucking funny. And I had to hold on to it just in case because they kept asking me questions because they didn't believe me. And I was like, first of all, I didn't even order an iPhone. I ordered a fucking Google Pixel.
Yeah.
And I was paying with Klarna. And so I had to, at some point, Klarna was like, so like any updates? And so I sent them like the full list of exchange between me and GiveGaff, which is like the company I was buying the phone from, which is my, phone service provider. And they were like, yeah, okay, this is solved from our part because it's so clear. Like I had pictures, I had everything. I was like, guys, this is not a real phone that I was sent.
So what is it? A bar of soap?
It's just, I think it's just a fake, like, just to scam people. Like they replace the real ones with fake ones.
Yeah, but what is like the physical phone? Is it like just a husk, a case? Or is there nothing inside?
It's actually a bit solid, but I can almost hear like a noise.
Oh, yeah, they're not supposed to do that.
What is that?
That's
there
a ticking
camera?
bomb.
Is it mic? Has someone been spying on me for months? I don't know. It's been
Well, it's
inside
been in the box.
It's been in the
So-
box in a drawer, so away, but still. So that's one item I'm decluttering.
Nice.
Love that journey for you. Did you
When
ever
I
get a
came-
Google Pixel in the end? Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I
So-
did, but a year later, because I was like, this can wait. One item I am keeping is this little locket I made for my D&D campaign last time I was playing.
Made?
Oh.
As in, like, put a picture of Nicolas Cage inside. Because he was our demon. He was like our demon father in common, uncle, sorry, in common with me and my cousin. We were playing tieflings, and so we both had a locket with Nicolas Cage face inside of it.
Your demon uncle.
Amazing.
Gotcha.
I am
Iconic.
amazed by that, like that player, initiative. That's incredible.
We were like, this is too funny not to do. Like,
Yeah.
just we
So you're
have
keeping
to.
that for sure.
It was essentially we were picking an actual demon. And I think it's like Azaroth or something like Astaroth. Maybe? I can't remember. Like some name of an actual demon in like.
As a seal?
No, I think it ends with a OTH, but I might be wrong.
Okay.
And we were like, doesn't he look a little bit like Nicolas Cage?
Amazing.
And so we decided, okay, it's canonically Nicolas Cage now. That's who he is.
I love that.
That's my
Love
two
that.
items. I thought I would show you one item I'm getting rid of and one item I'm keeping.
Fair enough.
Thank you so much.
Both iconic.
That was beautiful. Let's see how our friends
How'd you do?
How did you do?
Oh, I keep forgetting I'm also part of this and not just interviewing my friends. I did well. I got through page 9 out of 13, so
Oh.
there was a little more line editing doing than I thought it would have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that was grammar.
Mm.
Because I was changing. I thought I was just changing the name of things, but then I also changed some aspect of it that didn't really work with what I went with. So I also spent 20 minutes listening to coyote howls on YouTube because I needed to like do some research on that. So I was like, oh, there's 8 different codes to do. Let me just, load them all up and hear
Oh,
through it and see what I can
That's so
use.
funny.
I could write about coyotes so like precisely as when after my house got hit by the tornado and like the neighborhood I lived in kind of became a desolate wasteland. It got invaded by packs of coyotes, and at night I could just hear them all, and they like it always starts off and being like, who are these annoying teenagers that are just roaming the streets? And then suddenly you're like, oh, that's not human. That's not human. Laughing.
No, that-
Is that all some of the 2 foxes or not at all? Because we hear foxes
It's
at
more
night.
similar to dogs, I'd say, and wolves.
Okay. Because like a fox howl when they're like ready to mate, it sounds like someone is murdering a baby. Like it actually just.
But I feel
sounds
like foxes kind of not yap, but they're like kind of
What does the
more.
fox say? In fact, there's a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
A whole
As
does
we
the
all
fox
know,
say?
it says wop 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 wop
Wop,
wop
pow,
wop
wop, wop, wop,
Pow,
wop, wop.
pow. But it literally happened to me when we were in Dallas because we heard them, like the coyotes, and I was like, gosh, what kind of kids are out here? And you were like, oh no, grab little K, get in here.
oh my god.
Yep.
Well, I love that.
Sometimes.
So it took longer than foreseen, but we move.
But you're now an expert in yet another area as a writer.
Well, I don't know. I don't have 10,000 hours at it. I got a good 20 minutes, and then I'm like, you know what? That's enough howling for today. So I got what I needed from it, which was like.
Need is to come to Dallas to hear it in person, because there's how it sounds, and then there's how the sound of it makes you feel, and like there's a difference between listening to it on YouTube in like a scientific observation way versus being in the dark on your own property and like hearing it out there in the like capital OT out there, there's just it's like it does awaken something kind of like primal in you to hear the sound of predators at like a pack of predators nearby. Like it's really interesting.
You mean more than receiving an email from my boss?
Yeah.
Scary.
Dang.
Similar anxiety, but different. There's more of a mystique to it.
Well, that sounds like a lot of research for literally one line in my novel. So I'll have to find some other excuse to come.
Look, you need, that's like, you gotta up your
You need the authenticity.
No, what's the word? What am I trying to say? You gotta up your commitment, because I literally got into a crash in to going dog sledding specifically to better write my novels. So just get on my level, pal.
Well, I also think getting on a dog sleigh in a place you already live is more cost efficient than flying to a third world country to listen to some dogs yap and then flying back.
Love it.
So that's on period.
And that's on.
So that's what I did. But yeah, I'll get through the pages on the next one. So we're good.
Sounds good.
Now let's see what our friends did. We were joined by author Anne-Sophie. Hello. Blast from the past. Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much, Anne-Sophie. Be good. Call in. Bestie also clocked in to the factory. So happy to have you here at the.
I love how you gave a warning. I just showed up. I was like, I just appeared.
I had to put on my face. So I figured I'd put myself in the chat.
Anna started a scary work task, and Anna also shared the link to her keyboard.
I was going to ask.
Discord publicly. I think I'm going to get it for myself as a birthday present because I haven't got myself a present yet. So I think that'll be my present.
Do you want to wait until I tell you how mine is when I get it, or would you rather just get the Ola?
Oh, so you don't trust Anna's assessment of it?
No, I got a different make because I wanted one where they give you the caps that go for a Mac keyboard setup. And that one did, and it was highly reviewed as well.
Oh, that sounds sexy. Okay, I'm going to hold off. I was going to put it on a wait list.
I sent her a video of someone testing it out and testing the the switches that I got, so I can send you the same TikTok video and you can watch that and then see if
Yes, I did put it on a wish list, so it is currently in a 7-day quarantine before I buy it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Nice.
But yeah, do send me the video so I can do the proper research, I guess. Kagehime got 363 words, and then I got distracted thinking about getting a keyboard. It is the way of the world. CB says, yeah, so I ended up in bed on TikTok. Are you grape? That's what I want to know. And Sophie says, I transferred. Yeah, I never forget the day she fell into bed, quote unquote.
Literally, that was not fell into bed, but fell into bed such a way that all of her sheets were covering her blanket.
Yeah.
Her. It was
and then she did it again, and I was like, "So you fell?" She's like, "No, I didn't fall in." And then she showed us, and I was like, "That's you getting into bed."
Yeah,
like I don't know,
getting into bed.
Completely.
Like, no, I fell.
Yeah, and still to this day, she stands by her story, and
one of her best magic tricks, truly.
Yeah, it was very, very inspirational. The Emperor's New Fall, if you will. And Sophia says, I transferred my outline, at least the part I have, from Google Sheets into Scrivener and organized all of Act 1. Love that. What are we working on? I feel like I haven't gotten an update in forever, so no update? Call it. 598 words for rings, just setting up a scene to work on tomorrow. Love that. It's like a prop. It's insane.
The phone, I think.
Oh, yeah. It sounded like a bomb, to be fair. I'm going to be so honest.
No, I think there's just something loose in there, but I don't know what it is.
It did sound like a camera lens situation, because my camera makes the exact same sound. I suppose it could be useful in some situations.
Yeah,
the
like
phone?
Going around Oxford Circus in London. That's where my friend got her phone stolen. So, steal my fake phone instead of my real one.
What kind of place did you order this from?
It's literally GiveGaff, which is the phone service provider that I use. I've used them for years, as in my internet and phone usage, whatever you call that. But the problem I think is more that I ordered it on around Black Friday in 2025. So in 2024. So Black Friday, not last year, but the year before. And there was a huge problem around that time. Too many people ordering too many phones for Black Friday deals and everything. And there was a warehouse issue. And I think some of that coincided with people are just going to take things from trucks and replace them with fakes, that kind of stuff. I think that's what happened, but I don't know.
Wow.
Crazy. Malin be dropping all kinds of new info on us. Lol. Love that. 404 brand new words because this scene needs a complete rewrite.
I thought this was going to say 404 not found. Just
she did find them, all 404 words of them, I guess. But yeah, that's incredible. Well done. Geyser, I need to inject caffeine into my veins. I keep zoning out. Doesn't caffeine kind of work the opposite when you have ADHD? ?
CB, my recommendation for you is pick
a daylight lamp.
Well, if you're in bed on TikTok, specifically pick one task that is across your apartment. And it's a small task, a task that will take you 2 minutes or less. But it's the kind of idea is it's just something to get you out of bed, to snap you out of that stasis.
And then my addition to that is the moment you're up, put some funky music on. That works for me.
Play that funky music, white girl.
Yeah.
And maybe even close your bedroom door to just remove the visual of your bed. I do that when I'm really pulled towards bedtime, bed rotting.
CB already at the desk. Look, you are so powerful on your own.
Wow.
So good.
Good job.
Yes, Stig, it does work the opposite. So no caffeine for you, actually. Just do caffeine-free tea or whatever.
I thought you were going to say ketamine.
Ketamine too, or Adderall. I don't know, whatever works for you. But I'm so proud of you, CB. You can do hard things. So amazing. My desk is in my bedroom. Okay. Just don't fall into bed. I wish I didn't have to exist more with every passing day, but this will end come end of May. Lol, I missed y'all. Be like that sometimes. My advice is to move your body and drink water.
Yeah. That's
Wait, wishlist quarantine is so smart. What? This one?
Yeah.
Is it too real? She's very dramatic, Anne-Sophie. So.
Okay, I just do want to do like a check-in just in case. Like, I don't know.
I like that. Steve's like, no, she's being drama.
What's happening at the end of May? Is it like the
I
end
think
of
it's
the year?
just the passing of winter.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
end of Capital Sad.
Is it not a deadline for something to be done and then like something else? I'm kind of
Oh, she has her finals at the end of May. Maybe that's it.
Okay.
Good luck, babe.
Yeah, good luck, Sophie.
Wait, wishlist quarantine is so smart. I know. It helped me keep me out of financial ruins. It works sometimes.
Yeah. And also asking yourself, who am I buying this for? Is it really for me?
Okay, not you with your little TED talk again.
Psychology of money, guys.
Psychology of money. But yeah, for reals. It does work. And also quarantine works. Sometimes I'm like, wait, that's ugly. Why did I ever want that?
Because everyone on TikTok has it or something. God.
Yeah. Well, a keyboard I need, but then technically I have keyboards, so
yeah. The reason why I'm not stopping myself from like the whole new desk setup thing is I generally wanted a new monitor for over a year now, and I have been thinking I'm not going to buy the actual studio display from Apple because fuck spending $1,000 or more on a screen, but I'm getting a much cheaper one soon, so I feel like that's a reasonable expense.
I love that. The outline is for a standalone fantasy she drafted in 2023. I think it needs more plot, so I'm re-outlining. Once I'm done, I can work on my shiny new witch project. Love a witch project. Give me 14 of them. It does work the opposite. I'm at the desk in metaphorical caffeine. Gotcha. So not ketamine. It might not wake you up, but it might help with the executive functioning. Sorry, Lola, I have my finals. Then I get my degree in
law, right?
Financial literacy in law, probably law. But you can do law.
I thought she was in law school. No,
I think so.
Are you a lawyer? Is this the bar?
Not yet.
Are you Elle Woods?
German tax
in German tax law. That sounds so boring, but I love this for you.
I think it sounds fascinating. It's your life's work, and I think that you should be proud of it. What a thing to say.
It sounds like a very niche interest that sounds boring to most other people who do not have that niche interest.
But first of all, it has a huge effect on society. It's like things that have those big effects are actually very valuable and very interesting. And
didn't say it wasn't valuable. It's just things will put me to sleep if they're very dense. And German tax law sounds like it would put me to sleep.
Well, it's all about how it's presented. You know, I have read textbooks on economics that have put me to sleep, and I've read textbooks on economics where I've been riveted because it's all about presentation. It's about the person who is presenting. If someone's passionate about it, usually it's going to be an interesting presentation, right? Like anybody could talk about any subject and put you to sleep. The right people can talk about very niche subjects and have you be highly interested, you know? So.
I hope there is some sort of TikTok girl out there or woman who does like, I've seen a bunch of the Bibles one be like, so Mary just wanted the tea, and she like asked Joseph about this and like presenting it in that kind of way, but like German tax law edition. Because I would listen to that.
There's the girl who does like finance for girlies, and she's always really like in the street and talking. So here's how I explain this finance bro thing, and just like talks a little bit with Valley vibe accent.
It's one of the most complicated tax systems in the world, so mostly it's a lot, and nobody who didn't study it really understands it. Unfortunately, this last part of school, we are doing international tax law, though, so talking about relations to other countries, which is somewhat interesting, lol, and thank you for your nice words, Wallace. Always the cheerleader.
Proud of you for the vocation that you've chosen, because if nobody really understands it, then it's going to be really important that you've dedicated yourself to, so you can help the people that you're going to help understand it.
I agree. Passion can make most things interesting. I need the finance girlies at Malin. This is your job the next sprint.
If I find her again, I will send her to you. I'm not going to go through TikTok when I'm supposed to declutter.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But you are a people pleaser. We talked about this, so.
True.
Self-proclaimed, mind you.
I'll do that at some point.
Love this. Well, shall we go into the next sprint? And by we, I mean, shall Malin pull up the next sprint?
Yes. Apple timer or
whatever the house deals cards want.
Well, I know it's very summery, but I am drinking a pink drink. So
Oh yes, to the Pizza Pop
Oh,
Timer.
yeah.
My beloved, my darling.
But how long of sprints are you guys doing? I came in at like right around 30 minutes. You're doing 45s?
We did 40.
Okay.
But we can do longer
No,
or
no, no.
shorter.
Shorter is better for me because of my hand, but I can self-regulate. I can do what I can do, and then I can move on to a different task.
Okay, so let's do 60 then, I guess.
I'm not drinking 60.
I love doing 60. Okay, let's do another 40 then. I
Okay.
mostly helped the government gain the funds to fund everything and enforce law when things didn't go correctly. Sprint.
Very
Okay.
valuable.
3, 2, 1, let's roll.
Oh, there's no sound. Sorry. 40 minutes. Beep beep.
Beep beep. Malin, how did you do in French?
Well, I for the second half of it made my dinner, so I'm still eating a little bit. Sorry. It's pasta.
Oh, pasta.
Delish.
It's a mixture of prosciutto capelletti and tomato mozza tortellini, which are really good
Oh,
together.
that does sound very yummy.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
you're just
hungry.
And I finished my full set of left side drawers. So I have two big sets of Alex drawers, you know, like the ones from IKEA. And I completely finished the left side. Haven't started on
Love.
the right side, but there is a lot more stuff to go through on the right side because I use those a lot more often.
Yeah.
My decluttering item. I am getting rid of these fake nails that I bought one time for Halloween.
Oh, they're so
I've
cute
never used.
though.
Those are awesome. But
They
yeah.
have little witchy stuff. I don't wear fake nails. I
That's
think I would just struggle a lot. And I think I got a full set and I used some of them that Halloween and then got like it's not
Gotcha.
even a full set left.
Yeah.
And I am keeping these magazines that I illustrated in my very first job.
Oh,
these were my
That's
old
definitely a keep.
That's
You can catalog them
ones.
in like a
oh
folder
my
or
God.
something.
Nordic know-how. Love that.
Yeah. This is all it's ITMA and it became
I'll be the
SITMA
judge of that.
afterwards. It's about like intellectual rights law. So this is the trademark attorney newspaper, like not newspaper, you know, magazine that they get. And this was about all the trademarks in Nordic countries. So
Hit me up.
Oh, cool.
Like, what does it say?
there's my two items.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. Ms. Mo, did you, Wallace?
I finished the chapter I was working on, which is super exciting. And I am currently rereading both chapters out loud. I just have a few more pages to go because these are the two chapters. So today is the original deadline my publisher gave me to have my next draft into them.
And out?
And I told them immediately, I said, look, I'm really injured. That's not going to work. And I said, on January 22nd, I will just send you what I have. And they are getting the first two chapters today. That's what I've been able to accomplish since I was given my edits. So I'm not really joking when I say expect to see this book in like 2029. You know, like it's going to be a long process, but I don't know if I'm just in that head state where you're like delusional, but I am so excited over like everything with this new draft. Like the having it be dual POV is allowing me to literally condense almost entire chapters worth of exposition into single throwaway lines because they're from his perspective. Whereas before I was like, okay, he would never freely admit this because of his personality. So I have to do all of this work on her end from her perspective to get him to admit this so the reader has this context, right? And so much of the first draft of this book was just like that pulling teeth feeling of like just getting information. And now it's so much easier. Like, oh my gosh, I'm like, oh, now I can just focus on the romance. Like, woo, we're just gonna, oh my gosh, and also the tone of it, the tone of this second chapter, I so enjoy way more than the tone of the original second chapter. I'm just in a good mood regarding this draft.
Can I ask one question as someone who loves a dual POV, especially in romantic plots or subplots?
Yeah.
How are you finding making his voice distinct enough from the other voice as you write in the two POVs?
Yes, and that was when I first started writing the book. I thought it was going to be dual POV way back over a year ago, back like in December of 2024. Okay. And I chickened out because I was like, these two people are the same people and it's me, right? And then I wrote...
Right, because there's two people in a trench coat.
Yeah.
It's just Wallace in a trench coat.
And
oh,
like it's just my voice, right, in both chapters. And granted, we're going to see when the book comes out, maybe it's going to be a huge critique that people are like, these two characters are indistinguishable from one another. And that could possibly be it. But from my terms of confidence, because I wrote the first draft from one person's perspective, that gave me the safety of that perspective to then explore the story, right? And by the end of that draft, I actually knew how they were distinct from one another. I knew and understood their voices. And so now I am finding that like they are both kind of like whatever, but like she is it in a joyful way and he is it in a nihilistic way. And that was what I was struggling with, because I was like, they're actually quite similar in a lot of their reactions to like heavy news and things like that. Like they would have similar statements that they would say, but they would say it with different tones. And that nuance,
like a black cat and golden Labrador vibe.
No, it's like a black cat and a tuxedo cat, you know, like
okay, obsessed.
They're very
both in the same trench coat, Steve.
But it's like I don't know why, but doing that first draft in one POV helped give me the confidence and the understanding of both characters that now I'm feeling way better about distinguishing them in dual POV. And again, I can't say definitively that I've accomplished it. I'm going to send these to my editor, and maybe that's going to be one of her first notes, is like, these voices are too the same, right? Which will absolutely crush my confidence and set me back months.
Destroy you as an artist, but
it's going to be fine. You know, we'll figure it out.
But it's something you can work on if you know what you need to work on.
Can I ask what made you initially rebuke the idea of having a dual point of view? You said it was because you felt they were the same character, but
it was
like
it was cowardly. I felt I knew the story back then. I really felt the story was going to be best served by dual POV, but I was hitting my head against the wall writing his POV chapters because he sounded exactly like her. And I just was like, I don't have the talent as an author, as a writer yet. This is a talent I need to grow. And it's just, I can't do it with this book. Like, this is a dual POV is something I'll save for another story once I have, you know, exercised, built my muscles a bit more. And so it was completely just from that perspective. I did not convince myself from an artistic perspective that it made more sense to have it just be her POV. It was completely, I was capitulating to what
selfish.
It wasn't selfish. It was just like, there was nobody hurt. I mean, yeah, I guess selfish in terms of
like towards yourself.
But it was cowardly, is I think the best way of phrasing it. Like, I was capitulating to what I thought my abilities were, right? And I thought this story, I thought I was doing what was best for the story, because I thought this story is not going to be good because I can't distinguish between these two characters. Even though I felt someone better would be able to tell the story better through dual POV, I didn't think I could do it. And so that's why I switched back to one POV. So I'm thrilled to be and you know, I'm on chapter 2. Ask me again in 2 months when I'm like in the beginning of Act 2 and I'm like, they're the same person and I can't do this. So
what sort of like, because this would be like a first draft from his point of view, like what actionable steps are you taking to differentiate the voice? Have you like given that any thought, or is it just like a vibe basis?
It's just so that I know his voice now, because I had his voice from her perspective during that last draft, right? So now I'm not looking for it, right? Before, that was my big hang up, is I was spending so much time trying to find his voice that I was struggling to tell the story, right? And now I know his voice, and also I know the story. I know all this important information, so I don't need to be finding that either. What I'm doing, this is why I love editing, right? Because the story has been told. And so because I have all these bits and bobs, I'm now like, okay, it makes sense to bring this in here. And also just inherently by gender differences and cultural differences and time period differences, they like have different cadences. And so just from like that, there's different story, but a voice. But really, I think the distinguishing elements are their attitudes that is coming out. And also, Katie Ann and I talked about this a while ago. It's also about the way that they both individually view the world. She has, because of her limited number of days, has a very distinct way in which she takes in her surroundings. And because he has infinite days, but also sees people as prey, he also has a very interesting way in which he takes in surroundings. And so they could see the same thing, but have two different interpretations of it. And it's at that cross hatch is where I think the like interest and dynamic occurs.
So he likes short skirts and she likes t-shirts.
I don't know what that means. I mean, I know it's I understand it's a Taylor Swift quote, but I don't know what point you're trying to make. I'm sorry.
Like, just that, you know, the vibes are different.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a line from this aforementioned chapter? Opening line, closing line, if it's not too spoilery?
Oh, opening line and closing line. Interesting. Sure.
Or either or both also works.
Well,
I would love a little
I read the first paragraph of this chapter yesterday on a live. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do this because there's a little nice bit of symmetry in this chapter with the ending, I think. Granted, this is, like you were saying, kind of almost zero drafting words. So basically he's at his whatchamacallit, he's at his bookstore, and there's this little gaggle of old women who are in a book club called the Bookworms, and they all refer to themselves as the Worms, which is really fun. And they are all, and they are all.
Would you love me if I was a worm?
Yeah, literally. There's a fuss happening because something's happening over at Juniper House. Okay. And so he he's catching bits and bits of discussion, but he's like, eventually he goes, "Ladies," I croon, "I simply must know what has you all so riled." And then in his head, he says, "I'm desperate for context. This feels interesting. And interesting things so rarely happen in Green Ridge anymore." And then there's a lot of dialogue, and this is a lot of exposition. And then at the end, he says, I'll just read the final paragraph, and again, it's rough because I just wrote it, but he says, "Her cohort all murmur various levels of agreement," because she's saying this girl should never have come back. So her cohort all murmur various levels of agreement, and my own participation in the conversation is forgotten as they huddle together making plans for complaint. Someone mentions going to the mayor. Others insist on appealing to Tiberius. That plan will never work. The old man is fiercely loyal. One of the last remaining Hexens in town, he defends his home admirably. So long as the girl remains a guest at Juniper House, the people of Green Ridge will never get a chance to remove her. Such a shame. Something finally vaguely interesting is happening in this town, and the drama is all playing out under the one roof I'm forbidden from stepping under.
Oh my god, he's into the gossip. He's like, give me the tea.
Yeah, he is.
Also,
he's always just looking for entertainment, and he's desperate for something new to happen.
You know that meme of you should be someone the church would have burned 100 years ago, or whatever the quote is?
Yeah.
It's kind of given you should be the person who, if you come back to town, the people want to go to the mayor and have you evicted. That's the person you should be.
But this is why I'm thriving with this dual POV, because in the past draft, I had to have this whole thing in Sophie's head where she's worried about how people are going to react to her. And she's like, this is why the town doesn't like me. And I don't know how, and it makes her seem so insecure when that doesn't make sense for her. She wouldn't spend her time thinking about these people, but I needed the reader to get the vibe. And so I had her act in this weird way. Whereas now, and it was so telling, I was just telling the reader, Sophie was telling the reader, this town doesn't like me for this reason. Whereas now in this chapter, we get it from Ash's POV, and he doesn't know anything about it. So it is him learning the information, which in my mind feels, when I'm a reader,
a lot more organic.
It does way more organic. Yeah.
Also, there's nothing more fun than when the MMC hears all the gossip and stuff about the FMC, and it's oh, he doesn't know yet.
Yes, exactly. So I'm just there was a lot of, should I do it? Should I go for dual POV? And I say this confidently, 5% of the way into the book, I made the right choice. But again,
the best idea I ever had.
You're gonna be this is 2 chapters, but they're really fucking good chapters, okay?
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna say to my editor. Be enjoy, truly enjoy. Because
I love this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing and answering any and all questions.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Miss Sturgles, how did you
do? Did okay. I wrote 404 words. Yeah, and skipped a large chunk of what this chapter actually is, just to move on.
Resolution here.
Yes, basically.
Love.
Basically, yeah.
Do you have a line to share?
All of them are pretty spoilery, so I'll just share my bracket where I just have written insert beautiful description of the church and the lighting of the candles, and then leaving to go to a park.
Love it.
Wait, why are they going to a park? Are you? Is that like going to be the end of the scene, or are you having the scene carry on in the park?
It carries on in the park.
Why are we changing the set piece?
I don't stay forever in the church.
Well, I'm just saying the set piece was so intentionally chosen. Like, what's the intention? What like? This is the Jane Austen in me asking. Like, this is not. I'm not Jane Austen. This is the Jane Austen.
Jane Austen is on your shoulder.
Right, Jane Austen scholar.
Statue, there are two wolves.
Jane Austen spirit is there.
Are we going from some, like, is there a metaphorical shift in the conversation that matches the shift in set piece, basically, is what I'm asking?
Yes.
Okay, then that's all I care about. Because sometimes I know I do this too, where when you're writing a scene and it feels stale, you're like, oh, let's just have them go someplace else. But then it like feels weird. Okay, sounds good.
No, I always had intended for them to leave because the philosophical...
Be in nature versus church. Okay, I respect it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to check in from an artistic perspective.
Like, like that's the point is that we start here and, you have this like kind of, a quiet moment of reflection from one of the POV character. And he sees this kind of, the ritualness of lighting a votive candle. And then they leave and then he thinks that's it. And it's not actually it's not the entire part of the ritual. The ritual ends within nature. Very specifically for this character, and then this conversation between it because of spoilery things that also could get slightly triggering for people, so I'm just gonna
gotcha.
Okay,
it'll go in the trigger warnings.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah
Anyway, that's interesting.
How'd you do?
I finished the chapter and I have been changed for the better. I don't know. It's changed for good, nonetheless. Yeah, we'll see. I think I put everything that I wanted in this chapter. So.
And do you have a line from the chapter that you're happy enough to share?
Sure. I try not to be too precious with sharing because they're just words, like whatever. Let's see. Yeah. Emmett stretched and glanced over the crowd. A coyote? He asked. Not a coyote, Cassidy replied. He'd heard plenty of coyotes in his time, and this one was different, deeper, more feral. It sounded bigger. A racerback. Grace cursed. And I forgot my rifle in my room. And that's it.
And did you also have to go on a YouTube loop of razorback noises?
Oh, razorback is just the name I gave the fantasy creature that I inspired by coyotes.
Oh, okay. So they're like mutant-like coyote.
Yeah, it has like tufts of furs on its back and shoulders, so it kind of looks like razor blades on its shoulders. So I was like, sure, razorback, whatever. This is the Wild West. Creativity was not at the forefront of the new frontier. We just see things and then we call it what it is. So wait, Cowboy Book is fantasy cowboy? It is a weird Western horror story. So
monster hunting.
There shall be weird and Western and horror in it.
I'm pretty sure Steve has a monster Pokédex, which is all I ever want.
I do have a monster Pokédex too.
I love it.
But yeah, that's what I did. Let's see what our friends did. No worries if you don't. Focus on your thing. Anne says, I mostly helped the government gain the funds to fund everything. We read this. I wish I was the finance girly, but we don't learn anything about personal finance or investment or stuff like that. We also had nothing of this in school, which I think it's a tragedy. But, we move. I took an econ class my last year of college, and I wish they covered more like personal and then large systems. Anna finished their scary email. Well done. I think I missed a sprint or two because of my job needing my full attention. I hate when that happens. But hello, everyone. Welcome back. Fuck, now I'm hungry. Probably had the pasta. I cleaned the litter box, couldn't focus. I need to move around, and then did some revising, making the Emperor being more of a threat. I love that. I support this. I had a horror show trying fake nails for like the second time ever last week. I have sworn never again. Oh no.
I don't know how to do anything with my hands once I wear them. So it's just, I become absolutely useless. A passenger princess to life.
Which sounds not too bad.
That sounds
Not
great.
only
It
nails,
Depends on the
but
context.
I'm in this
Depends on the
position
day.
to do everything for you, but I unfortunately cannot do that to Jamie.
you could, but you're a good person, so you choose not to, I guess. And Sophie got 125 outline words and discussed German Malta politics with Kira. Technically, I hit my monthly word count goal last week. Well done, but not the assigned project, so I need about 2K more words. Oh, lol. Words are words. 509 words for Wendy. Amazing. That's your at the fun stage again, Wallace. I'm also writing a dual point of view, but I was at the end of Act 1 when I realized it needed to be dual point of view, and I'm so glad. I tend to just archive my projects. If I'm like, oh, this should be a dual point of view, I can't do that. On to the next one. Literally what happened to the Space Project and Project Sunflower. So that's funny.
Rip.
They're not dead. They're just not the cover
They're in
book.
another school.
Yeah, they should go to another school. You wouldn't know her. Yeah, she's chick captain and I'm on the bleachers. Thinking about the day when I wake up and find or something. Why is Walter's zero draft better than my 10th draft? I say with love and admiration. Oh, lol.
That's very
It's
kind of you,
okay.
but it's not true.
Yeah, we all move differently.
I'm picking the bits that I'm comfortable sharing. Just remember that.
Highly curated.
It's okay, Katie. We've all been there. My new roommate.
And I?
Oh, I was like, Natty spent?
Maybe.
Is that Spanish?
I'm interpreting.
My new roommate and I spent our first day in outhouse getting
Outhouse?
different wicked earworms stuck in each other's heads. Love that. Could be me, but we'd be playing. Hello, Sandy. Welcome, welcome. Werewolf? Oh, for the creature. No, it's like, yeah, a fantasy creature. Sounds like a perfect match. Oh, not werewolf. Love this journey that you're on, CB. Yes, it is indeed a fantasy. Okay, it is 2 hours and 20 minutes in.
Led.
Do we want to do another sprint, Malin, or are you done for the day?
I can continue decluttering. I've done dinner now, so
So you're good to go. You haven't
Yeah.
done more.
I mean, to be fair, if you were ending it, I probably would continue decluttering a bit by myself anyway. So
Okay, let's do another stream because I want to at least start on the next chapter for the edits. So yeah, we shan't leave you. Do you want to fire up another 20 minutes? Nope, another 40 minutes on the Barbie.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's my job.
Not your job. It's a task that you so graciously do for me.
I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to do this.
Yeah, I'm not paying you. Just so we're abundantly clear on that. I'm paying you in our friendship, which is priceless, to be fair.
And I love to get paid in any form. Let me share the apples.
That sounded vaguely threatening.
Capitalist queen. Love it. In any form.
As long as it's, the weather is cold. It's so cold. So cold. -9 degrees here. And windy.
It's actually warmer here. It's just rainy a lot. So flooded at the moment.
Rain
how much time did you say you wanted?
Let's do a cheeky 30.
Okay.
Oh, I should probably mute, huh?
Optional. stopped. My internet was struggling.
Is it? I mean, were you able to use it for research at least, or do stuff like that, or was it just the stream that was like?
I kept dropping out of the stream and my internet kept dropping out. But I was writing in Scrivener, so you don't need internet for that. So it was
True.
good.
True.
But I did another scene.
Nice.
So that was good. How did you do, Malin?
I did 2 more drawers. So I have like 3 left, but the 3 that I have left, I don't know that I have the capacity to do that tonight because they're going to require more looking through to see what I need to keep, what I don't, because it's my top drawer, which is stuff I use all the time, so there won't be much to get rid of. The one below is all of my notebooks and stuff, and I'm going to have huge issues throwing anything away because I'm a hoarder of notebooks. And the last drawer is actual paperwork, like all the admin stuff, which I'm keeping for last because I don't want to deal with that. One item I am decluttering is this professional ring sizer that I used to tell Jamie what ring size to give me when he proposed to me. And one item,
very organized, obsessed.
One item I am keeping, even though I'm probably not going to use it, but I cannot bear getting rid of, is this washi tape.
Oh, it's beautiful. Wow.
I don't use it, but it's stunning. I can't get rid of it. Do you want it? If you come to London, I'll give it to you.
Oh, easy. That'll cover the plane ticket. No problem. Yeah, I was thinking about actually low-key seeing Harry Styles in London this summer, so we'll see.
If you want to wash it, just remind me because I'll forget, but I'll bring it to you.
If you don't declutter it, I'll be like, hey, girl.
I'm not going to declutter it because it's so pretty. And I feel like also it would be highly controversial. And if I said I'm getting rid of this, the comments would like cancel me, I think. So
could just delete it. Not delete it. Throw it away and don't tell anyone.
Wait, is there like declutter content that I'm missing somewhere? Are you posting about this on Instagram?
No, I'm not posting anything. I'm literally so I have my birthday coming up and a little bit of money for my birthday coming. And so I want to buy a new monitor because I have a really crappy one from work. And then I was like, I want to buy like a whole new desk setup. Like I want to actually have a really nice, clean desk setup and just, like be happy in my environment while I'm working because I work from home. And I decided, okay, I'm not going to click buy on my Amazon basket until I've decluttered my desk completely. And I'm actually like, okay, I've deserved this now. If that makes sense.
It totally makes sense.
Like a reward.
Yes, like a reward.
Absolutely.
Kind of funny because I was like, wow, someone tell Wallace earlier in the stream, and here you are.
And then you showed up.
She arrived.
Her decluttering sense was tingling. And how did you do, Ms. Mo? I see pasta has entered the chat.
I'm having leftovers. My neighbor and I have dinner together on Wednesday nights, and we alternate who cooks. And she made last night this phenomenal pappardelle pasta with chicken, pancetta, bacon, and asparagus, and like in a cream sauce. And it is
sounds delicioso.
Phenomenal. And I just texted her. I was like, second day, it's like just as good, if not better. And also I'm starving because I realized I haven't had anything to eat today except for my anxiety medication.
It's not a meal, so you haven't eaten.
And I sent off my 2 pages to my editor, and informed her that I'm getting surgery. So yay. And I did as well. And I finished my water. So
wow. Just check.
Yeah, literally.
Miss Kitty and Struggles, how did you do?
Well, okay. So I wrote a little bit more, and then
love a sentence that begins with "well, okay."
Yeah. I realized the path that I was going down with this specific chapter was much too dark for the current place of the book, especially considering that the next chapter is steamy. So I moved it to the graveyard because I'm like, this is a chapter that can happen much later, that we can like explore later. Maybe not sandwiched between multiple
steaming hot sex.
I was like, that's not gonna work for the outline. And
it's emotional edging though.
I don't think a character talking about his dead brother and then you immediately go into banging.
Wait,
It's
who has
quite the
big brother?
tone.
I missed the train station here somewhere.
Ooh, Leo's brother is deceased. Anyway,
Like recently.
Not the funeral sex, Kagehime.
no,
Immediate
not
jail.
recently, like over 10 years ago. But
I was gonna say, like, people talking / thinking about death often leads to
Sexy times.
I mean, maybe.
in real life.
If A Court of Thorns and Roses have taught us anything, it is that nothing gets you going like the scream of the dying.
Right, because that's exactly who I want to write like, is my Lord and Savior.
That's what I
SJM.
thought.
Yeah,
you never
exactly.
mentioned
You know
anyone else
what?
Before it's you and Cassie
Yeah.
Clare, your number one
Yeah.
ride or die inspiration.
Yep.
Not
Mhm,
Victoria
my
Aveyard.
absolutely.
Not, oh my God, what's her name with the dog? V.A. Schwab.
Not
It's
Beach
not.
Mob, yeah.
It's not that lady who owns the town. I'm blanking on all the names. But,
Nora Roberts, Samantha
yes, her.
Shannon.
Samantha Shannon.
Yeah. So anyway, I've decided just I've moved it to a graveyard document to be used later, because I'm like, this can be,
Good soup, but for another
good.
day.
Yeah. I'm like, for another day. And then I just moved on to, I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and bang my head against a wall, not in the fun way, over chapter 24. So I just moved to chapter 25, and I'll come back to chapter 24 when my brain isn't soup.
And wait, so can I ask, does that mean you now have 2 steamy chapters one after the other, or was it not sandwiched between 2 steamy chapters?
Well, so I still have a chapter 24 that I haven't written, but I want it to be more of like a fun chapter where, like, it's not emotionally harrowing to talk about your emotional backstory and then go into subsequent time. So it's more of like a, more fun get to know you that ends up having like a flirty ending that then could theoretically transition into
and
this one.
Also practically, because the next scene is a sex scene. So
yes,
it's not
exactly.
theoretic work, it's applied physics, or whatever
It's
the
applied
opposite
physics.
of theoretical physics is.
Yeah, it's applied mathematics. We got sex math going on. And I just simply don't have the time to try to see if I could fit that scene where it is, and then like other stuff. Like, I just, I can't be rearranging as much right now. So we'll save it for later in the book. So I've just moved it. I've just moved on, and I've just written, what did I write in this one? I've been leaving myself little comments. Come back and actually write a scene here. Ariel and Leo bonding that isn't emotionally heavy as your first attempt, and actually is good to move into a sex scene, because goddamn, there was no way the original iteration worked. That's what I've written to myself.
I don't know. Hey, you sad? Want a hand job? Would have worked on me.
It just doesn't feel right for the characters.
Which is ultimately, I guess, your prerogative as the creator
Yeah.
of this piece of art. So,
It
Do you have
just
a line
really
to share?
doesn't. Yeah.
Hey,
Not
Not
particularly. No.
No
Not
lines?
something
Not
that's-
even an opening line? I presume it's not, hey, remember my brother who died 10 years ago?
No. Well, that's not even in there yet. Nobody knows that yet. So,
Okay.
Wendy has a comment that I'm gonna file away in my head.
the thing is, I think if the character that has the sad thing is Leo, we don't have Leo's perspective, so it's harder for me to like get that to work, because I feel like Ariel would be like, okay, this is kind of weird. We were just talking about your dead brother and Catholicism, and
chapter 2, kind of.
your brother. Yeah, exactly. And your dead brother was a Catholic and didn't die of natural causes.
Yeah. This is not a God-honoring hand job.
Yeah. So, it's a lot going on there that I really think Ariel would be deeply uncomfortable with going immediately into sex, because that just doesn't feel like him or Leo's journey.
Okay.
So we're going to have a lot more fun with something else.
We're
going to find more fun somewhere else.
I compel you.
Okay. Ariel is no stranger to anticipation, even if it has been entirely too long since he's experienced it so often. brackets, transition sentence here.
So that's where we're at.
Octavia's fingers trace the line of his jaw so light he can barely feel it. What a clever idea, she murmurs, her eyes hooded with desire.
See, that's sexy.
Yeah, yep, and not a single dead brother to be mentioned.
Love. Well done.
Yep.
Thank you so much for sharing. I know you didn't want to, so I'm glad that I could urge you.
Coerce you.
Yes. And it wasn't that NSFW.
No, it's
you are very easy to persuade. Sometimes you live and persuade yourself, and I don't have to do any work. So I love that about you.
I like that it's a build up. It's a build up to the sex.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know where they were coming from, what they were. That's why the transition sentence was there. Technically, Octavia's not in the scene in the past chapter, so I was like, I don't know how all this fits together.
Yeah.
But
when a man
That's
loves a
perfect,
woman,
baby.
or a woman loves a woman, or a man loves a man,
man,
or a binary loves a non-binary, or a non-binary loves a non-binary,
You
or
could
a
just say
binary
when a
loves a
person loves a
binary.
person.
But where's the fun in that, Malin? Well, thank you for sharing. In any way, let's see what chat did.
Did you not have a line you wanted to share, Stieg?
Oh, sure. As I said, I finished scene 6, and the closing line, why not? That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
He drew breath, but the words choked in his throat. He wanted to apologize for leaving after the father's death, for not writing, for ignoring the letters she sent. But instead, he gave her a curt nod, opened the door, and stepped out into the raging storm.
Ugh, that hurts.
Men.
Yikes, Cassidy.
Men. Not all men,
Men.
but always the man.
Yeah.
But this is scene 6, so I need him to be a little bit resistant before
He
I
has
can
to be
give him the
avoidant
full-
at first.
Yeah. We're
That's
still in
his
the,
spiel.
he's in his current era. He hasn't gone through his growth period.
The transformation that is the novel.
Yes.
So, but I'm very excited to get to the end and see where he ends up.
Sophie, do you will there be a sad hand job too?
The
Sad
typo
hand
makes
job?
it even funnier because Western.
So is that like when you pick up a fistful of sand and then you jerk someone off with it? Because that sounds very comfortable.
That sounds awful.
But some people might be into that kink. I don't know. Not to kink shame on this channel. We are very sex positive. So.
Wallace is eating, right?
Oh,
No, she
my
will
mom's
have
a
to-
gynecologist. I'm used to that. It was more about the physical pain response I felt.
Yeah, it no sad hand jobs. But I did previously have, but it has been removed because it didn't really fit the vibe. I had a sort of oh, we almost died, let's make love sex scene, which wasn't giving. So
Ugh, rip. I do love
rip.
those.
I mean, she's done at dinner or anything. She just moved 3 chapters down the line or something.
Oh, okay.
So we see.
Nice.
Blah, 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 blah. My messages turn this into a decoding stream. I love that though. I'm so sorry.
I'm just really enjoying all
Lena,
of the
you
typos.
just missed the last sprint, but welcome. I'm procrastinating by making a presentation for the vibes of the different areas for my city. That is very useful.
That's good procrastination. That's world building.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not procrastination. That's work on your novel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Author and Sophie did their duo, itching towards the duo score of 28 in Norwegian with 97% accuracy, which is more than I have. So, and basically finished the new outline. Unsure if I now write this book or the shiny new one. Opinions? I say write this book.
I say write this book.
If
Yeah.
you always chase that new shiny ID, you'll never write a book in your life.
Mhm.
Well, you have written multiple books, but
But I really enjoy
and you
being
might
someone,
not. Yeah.
I need to be someone's devil on their shoulder. So shiny new ideas.
Well, I guess the question is are you trying to brainstorm, outline, do the shiny new idea, or are you going to pants the new idea? I need more information about the shiny new idea and what work you want to do on it, because I feel like
Yeah.
if you it's really in the outlining vibes, and you just finished a new outline of something else, and you're like, I want to continue this, I want to keep these good vibes going, then continue to outline the new idea, because you're still in that brain space. But
Which stage is the new idea at? Is it literally just an idea, or is it more?
Because the other thing I would say is like, if it's just a new idea that you're like, I'm just so intrigued by this, just open up a Google Doc and just brain dump everything you know about it, and then see how you feel about it after. Like, just get the idea down so you like have that like moment of like, you know, haha, I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, and then you can go back to writing the book that you know have this outline for. That was once a new shiny idea that you clearly still care about.
What I did when I had the like strike of inspiration for the sequel to this book, I just said, okay, today I'm allowed to work on this and only this. That is my job. I don't have to do anything else. What is this
What is this pantomime that is
pantomime?
happening here?
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to cover my mouth while I'm eating, and I had it figured out, but then there it is. I was covering my eyes as well, so I couldn't see, and I wasn't going to be able to put the fork in my mouth.
Yeah, because nobody knows what you're doing now.
It's not them not knowing. It's about just the visual of me like shoveling food in my mouth.
I mean, we just talked about trauma sex, so I think we're good with eating. But
And
you do what
sand
makes you
dogs.
happy, Wallace. That's what's important to me. But yeah, what I did is that, okay, I said today I'm allowed to work on my ID. Tomorrow I have to go back to my old book and write that. But today is just for the new shiny ID. I wrote everything down, and that just kind of got it out of my system so that I could go back to my original work.
We also decided to make that a monthly thing with Anna and Hudson and have one day. No, maybe not a monthly thing. I can't remember if it was monthly
Isn't
or
it a quarterly?
I think it's quarterly. We have two things. Like one is a monthly work on shiny new ideas thing, or quarterly, and then the other one is writing woes, where we'll call each other and come with like, I've got this like big thing that I need to like talk about and get your opinions on. For me,
Have
it
you
was
heard from Kristen recently? Because girl is MIA. You have? Okay, good.
yeah. No, we had our writing woes call not that long ago, like couple weeks.
Just glad to know she's chill.
She's chill. She's there. She exists.
Glad to hear that.
But yeah, I agree on the principle of having like a day you dedicate to dump it all out, work on the other thing, but only for that one day.
CB applied to a job. What was the job? Curious minds want to know.
Nicely done, CB.
I mostly went back and listened to the last chat because I'd been called away. You're welcome. Washi also wrote 349 words. Well done, Wendy. Good thing I like my friends cancelled. So reasonable, Malin. Good job. Bon appetit, Wallace. Looks good. Did some cutting officially down to 2K words. Mentally preparing to go to the doctor. 2 toes on my right foot. Lost circulation. That sounds no es bueno. We aren't sure if it is because of the injury or PT. We shall see today. Good luck, babe. Good luck. Oh my god, a standing weekly neighbor dinner is so sweet and joyful. That sounds delicious, yeah. My blackout curtains just got here 3 days early. I can sleep well tonight. Love that for you. Katie being true to her name today. Very relatable. Funeral sex. We already talked about this. There was someone where I was like, this was very Wallace coded, but the comment is gone.
Is it?
That's
Gone
that's
and
Spanish
forgotten.
flag person. That wasn't the Spanish flag, but it was orange and green.
I think it was India, was it?
Yeah, it might have been India. The key is having the sad person start things. Yeah, very happy, spicy scene. And it's more complicated by the idea that Leo was a romantic relationship. But aside from that, I don't think we need to see his point of view because he can just say like, please, I need this or something. I don't know. Hi, I survived work just in time for us to end this sprint. But I don't know the moment, so that'll all given with the proverbial salt. Yeah. You're welcome for the picture in your head. It's about the Sandhat job. Well, it's not my current whip. It's for the series I want to start afterwards. Either that or Billionaires. Just
Oh.
Billionaires as a concept? Or do you have a
Or Brazilian
project title?
romance?
What is the
Mafia?
name of the whip?
Love a mafia romance, but not too dark though. The new idea has about 2K world building and 500 words in outline, but needs probably 2-3K more before I can start drafting. I have discussed it with Nina and Violet. I don't have the time to write more than like 1-2 week currently, and I think swapping back and forth when writing so little, quote unquote, for me won't work well. Do whatever fits the vibe.
I would say stick
It's
with
your
your original
life.
project.
It's now or never. And with that, the Thursday season comes to an end, I think.
Thursday season.
Yeah.
That's so
This
fun,
Thursday.
guys.
Thank you so much for being here, one and all. Thank you so much for not eating on camera. Thank you so much for decluttering on camera.
I
Thank you
totally
so
ate
much
on
for
camera.
struggling on camera and being vulnerable, Katie. I don't love
Mhm.
it, but I
And
appreciate
we
the
joined
honesty.
you instead of going live. That was the big thing. Could you imagine?
I mean, I would have not been surprised and I would have not been angry.
I know, but this was so much more jovial. All of us together.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I love it.
Me too.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you. Well, about that.
Malin to send me any decluttering content that you want to share because I gobble up decluttering content.
I just made the decision not to video it because I was like, I think it'll make the task harder if I also decide to vlog this, is the only reason I'm not vlogging it. Because I know like people love this kind of content. And I was like, I could vlog this, but then if I do, will I actually do the task?
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah.
Do what's going to make it work for you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, bye.